Hey guys, well, it's that time again. Time to do another Blu-ray / DVD update. So yeah, not much to really talk about, so let's just get right into it. First one here, in fact, at some point when I actually watch the movie, I'll do a whole separate review for this, is Bad Ronald. This is actually from the Warner Archives. And very, very interesting backstory on how I came across this film and watched it for the first time. So I'll get into that in a separate video in some near future. The near future could be sometime next year, but anyway, I'll talk about it when I get to it. I finally picked up Flubber. This is one I have not owned since the VHS days. So Robin Williams, first time owning it on DVD. I'm hoping, and for the second one I have in my hand too. My little concern is, I've noticed for a lot of these older Disney movies, 90s movies, even though they're in widescreen 1:85:1, they're not 16:9 formatted. They're 4:3 formatted, letterbox widescreen. So I'm hoping that it's not the case with this one. Robin Williams, can't go wrong. Another one is My Favorite Martian. Once again, same thing. Haven't had it since the good old VHS days. So this has actually been my first time watching it in widescreen. Same thing, 1:85:1. So I'm hoping they will be okay on a flat screen TV. We'll see. We'll find out. But well, other than the trailer, there's not much for special features. Darn. I'll go for Flubber. Yeah, next to nothing. Nope. Man, for both these movies, I'd love to have behind-the-scenes footage, but nothing. Disney, you're killing me. Well, hopefully someday when those actually get Blu-ray releases, we might get lucky. Who knows? One I've been picking up, sadly, did not come with the really cool lenticular slipcover, but I'm happy to have it in the collection anyway. I probably should have picked this up when it first came out. I had it in my hands at one point with the slipcover, but held off because it's pretty expensive Blu-ray, and it still is a couple of years later. But I did finally pick up Vincent Price House of Wax, the original, which includes both the 2D and the restored 3D version. And it's in the nice, I think it's called Polaroid 3D or whatever. Anyway, the modern 3D, better than the old school red and blue 3D. First time owning this, I had an old copy of this taped off a Turner Classic Movie a few years ago. I've always wanted an official copy because this is one of my favorite Vincent Price movies. And it's also my first Vincent Price film on Blu-ray, so I'm looking forward to that. So I would love to get more of his in the horror collection because you just can't go wrong with Vincent Price. So 3D, Blu-ray, it was like $30 still. It was ridiculous, but whatever. I guess the only thing that would have made me a little happier is if it came with a slipcover. For $30, I think it'd give me the damn slipcover, but whatever. Very cool. And looking forward to checking this out, so very cool. And then finally, this one I actually ordered almost a month ago, and after waiting for like 3 or 4 weeks, it never showed up. So I contacted the seller. Turns out, even though it was listed on the website for sale, they actually had none in stock. And apparently, instead of saying, oh, instead of canceling my order, they decided, oh, we're gonna send it as shipped. And I waited like 3 or 4 weeks for nothing. Thankfully, I was reimbursed, and I decided to purchase this set from a different seller. And surprisingly enough, I just ordered this 2 days ago and it came in, so definitely made up for the wait. And that is the R.I.P. Death Scream Silent is Next horror tin set. It looks like a tombstone. This is pretty cool. It's kind of like The Coffin, but has different movies on it. It contains Good Against Evil, Don't Look in the Basement, Blood Tide, Death Screams, and Legacy of Blood. All 70s. A couple of them are 80s, and the rest are all 70s. Mid to late 70s, and the other two are early 80s films. Very cool. I just thought this really cool collectible tin you can put on the shelf. if you have shelf space. I pretty much don't. They're actually going to be like stacked on top of each other at this point. But anyway, eventually I'll do a whole video on my box sets and stuff. I'm actually in the process of reorganizing and coming up with a better idea how to display them, so I'll get to that when I get to that. But anyway, very cool. Just like the coffin tin, it came in like something like this, and this is what it looks like. Pretty cool. I'll do a whole separate review of this maybe this year, if not just sometime next year, definitely. So, yep. Very cool. Okay guys, that's it. So I picked up the Death Scream tin set. Vincent Price, House of Wax. I do have the remake, by the way, on DVD. I might pick it up on Blu-ray at some point. But the remake was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst remake I've ever seen. Picked up Flubber, which, believe it or not, I didn't realize this is actually a remake. It was one from like the 1950s or 60s that Disney did. I'll have to track down that one too. So very cool. My Favorite Martian, which I think this also might be a remake. I'm not entirely sure. But still, very awesome having the collection. Love Christopher Lloyd. And of course Battle Ronald, which I will get to a backstory on that when I get to that review at some point. I have no idea when. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching. See ya.